It's my second trip to Ukraine since Russia's full-scale invasion last February, and during that first trip last spring, on my way to Ukraine, I made stops in Hungary and Poland. I met dozens of refugees during that time, and so many of their stories stuck with me. During my time in Poland, I met a 15-year-old Ukrainian refugee named Anastasia Spot, or Nastya as we know her. She'd been forced to flee her eastern Ukrainian hometown of Pershotravensk, which is about halfway between Dnipro and Donetsk. Over the course of this war, we've seen countless examples of how the strength and determination of the women of Ukraine has been crucial to this country's resistance. And that spirit was evident in Nastya Spot that day, too, which is all the more remarkable given how young she is. At the end of that interview, on a balcony in Poland last March, she had one request.
It makes me feel better because I know that I'm not alone and who lost everything.
You're not alone.
Thank you.
You're not alone for sure. Thank you for being with us.
Can I hug you?
You'll get through this.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you at school in the United States,
yeah.
And then we'll see you back in Ukraine. Well, last week I made good on that promise. I visited Nastya in her town in eastern Ukraine and learned that my young friend has big plans for her future, for her studies, and for how to help her country. And right now, as you will see, Anastasia Spot knows that one way to help her people is actually by sharing a hug. Thank you. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, this is our church.
Yes?
I spent all my childhood here. And main of the time I spent here, there on piano.
Oh, wow.
So
I saw you when you were in Poland playing the piano at the hotel. And what's happening today? Because it's
it was like
Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's like a morning prayer. And Bible, in this morning prayer, we pray for Ukraine. As it's now main reason why we pray, because I think we hope the war will be soon over.
Julia? Ali, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming. You ready for lunch? Please, let's eat. Hold on. There we go. And you, have you got some?
Yeah, but I got some, so I must stand there. Enjoy your meal.
Enjoy your meals, yes. When I met you in Poland, you were missing your father so much.
Yeah.
And you were missing your grandparents, and you're missing your friends. And then when I saw you today, this is the church you grew up in.
Yep.
And you were performing today.
Yeah.
And you seem very, very happy to be back here.
Yeah, and Babel, I'm grateful to you because it's not so often, because my dad served, we don't have this opportunity to be on the table together. And now you gave us this chance, so I'm really grateful for that.
Well, I'm grateful to you because we got a chance to eat lunch.
Yeah.
Your father acts as a counselor or a psychologist in his role as a chaplain in the military. And that's given you ideas about what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to be a psychologist. It's really interesting topic. I mean, and it's really interesting to work with people, understand why people behave like that, why people do like that. And now in Ukraine, there will be really populate this post-traumatic stress disorder after war, and just people who have this anxiety, because sirens every day, and it's still in some way nerve-wracking for people.
Since we came to this church this morning,
Yep.
I think we heard 2 sirens, 2 or 3 while we were here, and then
church,
and then more at lunch.
Yeah.
So we've had sirens all day.
Yeah, it's all day.
How does that affect your own anxiety?
Now, I mean, after like the first time when it started, like in March, February, it was really dangerous. I always had a lot of anxiety, cry, and just don't understand what's going on. And now it's part of life, you know. It's like, and when ambulancing go with the sirens,
right.
So it's.
Right, when I hear an ambulance, I don't worry about it. Now, when you hear an air raid siren, you're not that worried about it.
Yeah, it's like started to be rooted.
Let's go back a year when we first met. You had just gone to Poland.
Yeah.
You'd left your home. Your grandparents were still here. Your father was still here.
Still here.
And you were a refugee, essentially. You had left the country.
yeah, I'm left the country and come to Poland as refugees. But I don't know. I always go to like refugee hostel.
Yeah.
So, and I thought what I can to do, how I can to be useful. And it's like, okay, I want to help people.
Tell me why your first thought was, how can I be useful?
Because my dad, he is on the front line from 2014, and he gave me this idea that I need, like, he teach me how to help people, how to be useful, and I would stay here. I want to stay here, but I can't. You know what it means, tribunal? My dad in Russia, tribunal. So I'm...
Your dad is on a list of names that the Russians who are now in control of some of Donetsk, he's on a list of people that they will arrest?
They will be killed.
They will be killed?
Yeah, and in the occupied area, there are a lot of Russian soldiers searching for my dad. So.
And we're very close to the occupied area.
Yeah, it's like, it's Donetsk city, like 100 kilometers from here, so it's not far away.
And yet he goes to the front.
Yeah.
And his name is on a list
that
the Russian occupiers have.
Yeah.
If they catch him, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he's in huge trouble. Like, they give money for his death.
How do you get from where you are today to being somebody who you can help rebuild your country?
It's like war change everything. Like, your minds. I grew up in just one day, one night, like, wake up 4 a.m. and you just grow up. And you just understand that a lot of people now not live, just exist. And people just try to survive.
You say some people exist rather than live in a war because you have to make sure you've got food and safety. You're trying very much to live and not just exist, right? That's your whole thing. You're trying to play your music and spend time with your family, and you're almost like you're trying to make this more normal than it is.
Yeah, I'm trying. Even my friends, we walk, we see sirens, but we just not see this as so dark as it is, because we try to enjoy life.
What does it do to you to be helpful? How does it make you feel?
I know that I have opportunity to help people, because now a lot of people in trouble, they lost homes, they lost siblings, and they started like build life from scratch here. They come here because they're in some ways safety. So, and when you understand, okay, I can help people, it makes you feel like joy. And I think in some way what makes me more happy is to help someone than take.
Let's talk. When I first interviewed you, people kept sending me messages on social media or asking, what is she going to do next?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do next?
Now I'm trying to check universities that I want to go. I think I told you that I want to go to Cornell. I think it's one of the best universities with sociology and psychology program. And I try to work really, really hard just to go to Cornell. And I hope to go to scholarship.
So all of this is to keep your studies going?
Yeah.
You and your sister
I'm studying.
Are both, your older sister and you are spending your time in UK to make sure you don't interrupt your education?
I'm studying to schools, because here, when started sirens, we not study. So, and all online. So it's not really good education here. And I'm studying in UK, just in 2 countries, just to make this balance, but in some ways it's pretty hard.
I was sitting with your whole family, we were having lunch, and it seemed like the most normal thing in the world, but there's nothing normal in your family. There's no part of it that's normal.
No. I'm so and I'm jealous, and I want to come back to this time before war. And it just was time when you can be a kid, and every your friends in town. So, and you just can be with friends, just to be a kid, have a normal education, finish the school. I miss this time a lot.
Are you going to get your childhood back? Are you going to be a kid again?
I think no. I'm now grown up. I didn't have time to be a kid. We do
немає. Тобто їх тут немає. Ми просто робимо те, що ми робимо. Добре? А можна мені цю табличку? Дякую. Hug me. And people just who want to hug. Дякую вам.
Дякую.
О,
Давай.
давайте. Ой, О,
Ой.
може хочете? Давай. Дякую вам.
There was a woman, and she just like, I'm from Donetsk region, and my city, destroyed it, my home destroyed it. She just hugged me and started crying. And it was so sweet. She was so sweet. She hugged me 3 times.
Translate this.
Hold on. No, Ukrainian is getting better.
Translate.
Huge. No, hug me.
Yeah. Maybe with other team, I would
What a
love
great
to.
message.
Yeah, so a lot of people go and hide. Maybe we can other part of team. I would love to, just for me. Oh, oh. Peaceful sky. Thank you. Peaceful sky. Peace. No, мирного неба.
Дякую.
Okay, we're done. I'm hug all team.
Mirnoho neba. Peaceful sky. That's what Nastya said as she hugged my entire team, a phrase most of us would take for granted. But a wish I hold deeply for my young friend Anastasia Shpot and for all the people of Ukraine. Still ahead, a special edition of the Velshi Band Book Club live from Ukraine. We're reading Grey Bees from celebrated Ukrainian author